So anybody who has a key trend that somebody can take insight from, somebody can learn from.
About creating experiences, memorable experiences.
More and more awareness about search engine optimization is happening in the Indian ecosystem.
Publications with Franklin Templeton will never go to, but I think we should to let our brand be known.
Customer experience, about the expectation you had with the surroundings of the operating environment.
My delivery has to be in line with my brand promise.
I'm the CMO for Kolkata Knight Riders, so it's a IPL team. So customer here, of course, there is B2B and also B2C. I mean, customer for us is fans, and the whole thing about fans, and there's no particular product to buy, right? It's about the affiliation you have for the team. The way we look at it is, they are the biggest advocates for your brand. So we need to make them feel special, give them something that other teams won't be giving to them. Have their emotional connect that they have with the brand. How do we give them tangible things and ways to connect with the brand, which makes their connect with the brand much stronger. So it's a slightly different way of looking, because we are not selling any kind of service. I mean, of course, there's the merchandise business altogether. There are ticket sales, but selling tickets for Eden Gardens is not a challenge. It's always sold out. I mean, Kolkata is lovely and fans always come over. But the whole thing, the currency there is the love and loyalty of the fans, and it's about creating experiences, memorable experiences, which they would talk about and be advocates for.
When it comes to search engine optimization, there's one thing which is happening is more and more awareness about search engine optimization is happening in the Indian ecosystem. What we used to see in the developed economies is something which is now being seen in the Indian economy. Yet we are a few years behind them, at least the US and the Europe region. But at least we are seeing a significant improvement in the number of brands looking out for SEO, understanding the importance of SEO, and as well investing in search engine optimization.
Franklin Templeton, and I've seen Franklin Templeton, while the brand is very strong, we have a very old age feeling, considering the fact that the Ben logo or the Ben head dominates our brand and the logo itself. And we have these boring blues, so typical of financial services that actually do this. So the idea was, how do we change all of this? And that's when we came up with a global project. One of the world's, one of our most largest spends on a brand campaign till date. I think in the last 7 or 10 years is the first such big brand campaign we had, and largest in the history. 14 markets, tons of millions of dollars, to be honest, and a very small portion coming up to the Middle East, which I look at. While I had one of the smallest budgets, I stuck my head out and said, you know what? I've got a great proposition. Why don't we launch the global brand campaign with the money you've given me, which is the smallest budget out of 14 markets, on the Burj Khalifa. And it is the largest surface displays area in the world and the tallest building in the world. And wow, they actually accepted it and they agreed to do that. Publications with Franklin Templeton will never go to, but I think we should to let our brand be known. We got all that coverage. So my IPP for the year seems to be done for now.
Banking system, people used to stand in a queue and wait for their turn to come to withdraw money from a branch, to cut to now doing digital banking. So the customer experience, it goes hand in hand. It's also about the expectation you had with the surroundings of the operating environment. The people 20 years ago standing in a branch, they get a shade was a customer experience for them. But now they're experiencing a mobile app through which they are doing banking. So their expectations are coming from that point of view as well. So yes, customers are changing. Their expectations are changing with a lot of technologies coming in place. Banking is also no different.
My delivery has to be in line with my brand promise. And I think what came first is an eternal question. I think the other thing that I think someone had mentioned about, what is that consumer delight? There are lots of ways of talking about it. I think the way I look at it is from the point of view someone mentioned was repeat purchase. And I think that's a very, very important part, because only if it is tick marking all the right way will the person come back. But sometimes it also becomes because of lack of choice at times. Hence, what I couple that with is a positive word of mouth, because most of the things that I've seen, people might not understand the technology, might not understand the product, or might understand the product. Ultimately, how they talk about it in their friend circle, peer circle, or give recommendation about it is in my mind the biggest barometer of how your brand is performing. So it's a combination of both, because one is self and the other is also recommendation. I mean, if I don't have a choice and I only have to buy an X kind of a product, but I'm not happy about it, that will come through your word of mouth. So it's a combination of both for me.